Descendant, I have checked the map of the ruins that was sent to your receive. I will guide you to the Prime Hands. The map was created during an expedition from a few decades ago, but it's still highly reliable. Since our operation has been made possible, through the sacrifices of these early descendants. Oh no. Infestation erosion of the forces in the ruins. The August military there and the recon squad must be here as well. I recommend being prepared for sporadic battles. There are also likely to be roof traps set up to prevent penetration. According to the records, in order to activate the Prime Hands, power must be established throughout the ruins. The records mention a power facility. I will guide you there. It seems as if the Vulgus have prevented the power facility from being operational. Let's remove the circuit timers and get the power facility up and running, Descendant. Vulgus forces headed your way. I believe they are trying to prevent you from activating the power supply.
Master Raven! The vermin are awakening the ruins! I think they're after the Ironheart! Please! We need reinforcements! Master Raven! Strange. Little response. Doesn't make sense. Master Aemon should be on Corell's ship. Keep requesting reinforcements!
It's broken Vulgus communications. If we can keep this up, we have a chance at winning. This operation will provide the conversion process.
I had to prove my loyalty for decades to get these prosthetics of persona. But I will share my persona with anyone that kills the Descendant now. This is your chance to become mine.
We're approaching the zone where the prime hands are located. Hold on just a little longer. Didn't fall on schedule. There's no mention of this in past expeditions. Temperature is rising in zones beyond this partition. Partitions are in place so that the ruin system can respond to the thermic attack. If this temperature change was caused by the radiant heat generated by the inverted energy, then the level of the inverted energy exceeds even my imagination. And we won't be able to stand for 1 second. Descendant, can you hear what I'm saying? Descendant, you must stop the operation. I didn't have enough information. Even if we set the inverse calculation of the radiant heat as low as possible, the human body cannot withstand inverted energy. Descendant!
Infiltration team, this is Jaber, requesting an update on the current state of the operation.
What are you gonna do with that intel? Wouldn't it be faster to just ask them when it'll be over? Damn, that hurts. Pass me some more rounds.
That's the last magazine. Use it sparingly.
Descendant, I heard the infiltration of the ruins was a success, and the inverted Ironheart has been retrieved. How's the operation going? Do you think we have a chance? Corell's ships are slowly appearing at the White Knight Gulch. Hopefully we'll hear some good news from the front. Any of them. Descendant, please respond.
Descendant. I understand your intention now. I see you've decided to put your faith in hope. It seems not only did I lack information regarding the inversion process, I also didn't know enough about I will never give up.
Increase the spectral laser output to max! Light up the defense!
That laser device runs on the external battery. I will display the location of the battery's destroy it.
You're different from the other poultry soldiers I killed. I will kill you and make a new prosthetic from your body. Master Aemon, please watch over me.
inverted Ironheart is forcing the dimensional wall to open. If this occurs at all of the prime hands, the dimensional balance will collapse completely. The Ironheart must be contained. Watch out! Descendant! Wait. Your Arche is reacting to the inverted energy. The Ironheart is being absorbed into your subconscious Arche space. Take heart, Descendant. I am with you. The remaining energy is at 34%. The dimensional wall is stabilizing. Remaining energy at 21%, 16%. You're almost there. Remaining energy at 0%. You've done it, Descendant. The Ironheart has been transported to the safest possible location. Into the subconscious space of your Arche, where I first met you. However, the Ironheart in your subconscious space can be removed only once. If you attempt to embrace this Ironheart again, your Arche will be unable to endure it. This means we have only a single opportunity to convey and destroy the Ironheart. Do not worry, Descendant. We will prevail. Descendant, are you all right? Are you experiencing any Arche irregularities? If nothing is wrong, I have something to tell you. I have finally unlocked the secret behind the Ancestors' inversion technology. And thanks to the sacrifice you made, Descendant, I was also able to access the Inversion Technology database, which had been sealed. Inversion was a forbidden technology that reversed the entropy of infinite energy composites like the Ironheart and turned them into antimatter. The inverted Ironheart was intended to be a core element as part of a process to reverse the laws of nature. Anti-particle weapons, destruction of the dimensional wall, multi-dimensional space-time connections. I see traces of countless unthinkable plans. According to the development logs, Inversion was created by extremists among the ancestors who were obsessed with using the Ironheart. But it seems the Vulgus somehow obtained this inversion technology. I think the ancestors and the Vulgus were connected in some way, long before I was created. I can find no records as to whether that relationship was one of conflict or cooperation, but there may have been no reason to include that in my files. As you know, I am not here to protect the Ironhearts. I am essentially a track and annihilate program, designed to destroy them and everything about them. And through this recent research, I have become more certain of my role and my mission. Descendant, I have acquired an algorithm to analyze inverted energy and have derived a way to destroy it. My next step is to try and apply this to our current situation. Although we can only extract the inverted Ironheart from within RK once, theoretically, there may be a faster and more certain way to destroy it than the process we might use for a regular Ironheart if we use the properties of antimatter. Wait. Descendant. A wave that I have never previously felt within the void is approaching. It seems a Colossus has been drawn to the inverted energy. I'm sure we'll hear from Albion soon.
Colossus is closing in, moving towards the Hagios prime hands at a rapid speed. Classification type, Swamp Walker, and deadly Great Walker mutation. Descendants in Albion, commence with the intercept battle.
Come on, Mr. Colossus expert. Hagios is Vulgus territory. Can't we just leave it to them?
I agree. Right now, we've got bigger things on our mind.
Entertaining those thoughts can be very dangerous, Jaber and Blair.
Ready to undertake a void intercept battle assignment.
Descendant, I have received reports of your outstanding performance in Hagios, and with our ongoing research into inversion. We believe that swamp walkers were alerted by the inverted energy exposed in Hagios, and began heading toward Ingris's dimension. But they're not only targeting Hagios. They're currently moving toward multiple areas within Ingris. What will you do if one of the swamp walkers approaches Albion? I heard that you have submerged the inverted Ironheart in your arcade. Can you guarantee that they won't be drawn to that energy, Descendant? We cannot always assume a best-case scenario. That kind of carelessness is how humanity was almost totally annihilated a century ago. You are humanity's hope, Descendant. You need to be more proactive.
Damn it. Since Mr. Colossus expert is being so serious about this, it looks like we have no choice, Turret Boy.
I believe the data from the Colossus will prove useful.
Useful? For what? Cracking open amorphous materials?
Please, just let her finish.
As Seneca said, the Colossi are moving towards various regions, not just Hagios. If those regions show signs of inverted energy, we may be able to use that for our overall plan. The plan to destroy the Ironheart.
Well, that's good news!
Whatever you're planning, We have to do it fast. The White Nine Gulch is still dangerous.
Do you need information about the Colossi? I am analyzing the Void Paradox.
difficult intercept battle provided an opportunity for me to survey the area around the Colossi's target destination from within the void dimension. Descendant. I see. So the Colossi were heading towards the Vulgus fortress. If the inversion took place there, it would not be unusual to detect a large amount of energy. No wonder the Colossi were drawn there. Descendant, we can definitely use this to our advantage. According to what we know so far, if we apply the inversion process to the inverted Ironheart, in theory, that Ironheart will be completely destroyed through particle-antiparticle annihilation. This is the fastest and most certain method of destroying the Ironheart that we currently know of. The only drawback is that it will also destroy everything around it. But we can use this to our tactical advantage. If the operation is a success, the Vulgus will have nowhere to return to. Descendant, if you cannot retrieve the Ironheart from the White Knight Gulch, you must make a decision regarding this alternative plan while it is still viable. Please discuss it with HQ. It will be a difficult decision, but everyone will need to be in agreement.
Alpha, these are the details of the operation that the guide has laid out. What do you think?
Enzo, this isn't an easy decision to make.
But it's not like we have any other option. Let's at least assemble everyone to discuss this.
Just get to the point. First of all, the Guide's operational plan provides many tactical advantages. The majority of the Vulgus forces have already been dispatched to the White Knight Gulch, and Corel isn't aware of what happened in Hagios, thanks to the long-range jamming signals established by Jaber. If this situation continues, we will be able to lay siege to the fortress, and Corel will be none the wiser. There has never been a more ideal moment to attack the Vulgus fortress since the beginning of this war, and the chance may never come again. However, if our goal is not just to attack, but to destroy an Ironheart, this will not be enough. If we pull back our forces from the White Knight Gulch and behave as if we have another strategy in mind, that should attract Corel's attention. We need a foolproof way to lure them in, much like how Corel ensnared us with the White Knight Gulch operation. In other words, this is a plan that requires someone willing to face death, to act as bait, all while protecting the Ironheart and distracting Corel. I realize I am asking for someone to sacrifice themselves, and as commander, I can't bring myself to give such a merciless order.
What if someone volunteers?
Enzo?
Do you need anything? Supplies? Alpha, the Descendants can act as bait. If we deploy an unprecedented number of Descendants to the front, that will be more than enough to distract Corel. Corel's also aware that the Descendants are humanity's last hope, so he's going to relish trying to squash our last stand. The fact that he's approaching slowly, like a dark cloud without warping, that shows that he believes he's already won the war. And with Corel's attention drawn elsewhere, if we send some of the Descendants to the Vulgus fortress and destroy the Ironheart, we'll be able to turn the tide of war. The manifestation of Archaean descendants doesn't just mean we have to be powerful weapons. As humanity's last hope, we should sow the seeds of victory. Now, the majority of the descendants, including me, will engage in battle at the White Knight Gulch to buy some time. While Ajax, his team, and the rest of the descendants will be deployed to the Vulgus Fortress. Awaiting your approval, Alpha.
All right. You win. Carry out the operation. Let's get this done and destroy the Ironheart. On one condition. You must all return safely. And tell the guide to look after the descendants.
Understood. I wish everyone good luck at the White Knight Gulch front.
Don't worry. This is great. I've always wanted to have a go at Corel.
Get in line, kid. There is a line, you know.
I'd like to cut in front of you as well.
Enzo, please take care of yourself. Remember our promise.
There's no way I'll forget. Don't worry. We'll win.
It seems everyone has steeled their resolve. Everyone's arche is glowing. I doubt that even the ancestors anticipated this moment. I'm so happy to have met humans with arche like yours. Despite my limitations as an AI, I believe I understand what courage is now. All right. Descendant, I'll accompany you to the Vulgus Fortress. We must locate the inversion facility there and overload the Ironheart to destroy it. I know we can do this, Descendant. I will be with you the entire way.
This is off topic, but aren't you all cold?
My battlesuit has a built-in heating function. It's designed for void expedition missions.
Huh. I'm actually a little warm.
I'm jealous.
It's time for the operation. The Vulgus Fortress. We knew such command facilities existed, but we never had any information about their sizes or exact locations. Our terrain scanner never detected them, and as they were deep within Vulgus territory, it was impossible to send any recon squads. Seeing them up close and personal now, they're pretty imposing. If I ever go back to being a military academy professor, I'd like to write a paper about this fortress. But there's no need for us to be intimidated. Once we've destroyed the Ironheart, the tide of war and history will turn in our favor. All right, infiltration team. Let's get to it. Our primary goal is to infiltrate where the Vulgus signals are the weakest, and locate the source of inverted energy. Unfortunately, the guide can only detect the general energy scattered throughout the area. And because we're in a massive energy field, it's like being lost in fog. It'll be difficult to find the source. So, we need to do reconnaissance around the fortress and gather information about the source of the inverted energy. It's going to be an extremely dangerous mission. Good luck, all of you. The survival of humanity depends on it.
Thanks to you, I've identified a few locations that show high energy levels. I'll track them.
Lepig, I sense an increase in inverted energy around you. Where are you now?
I was investigating the wreck of a Vulcan ship, and I think I've stirred up a hornet's nest. I need support.
Lepik, how far out are you? Wait right there.
The area is already full of inverted energy. But the Vulgus that were closest to the source must have been exposed to higher levels of it. We need to gather biosamples of the nearby Vulgus. By investigating those, and comparing them with those of Vulgus from each region, we can pinpoint potential areas.
Enemy forces are heading your way. You'll have to focus on defense for the moment. Enemy forces are heading your way. You'll have to focus on defense for the moment. Enemy forces are heading your way. You'll have to focus on defense for the moment. Enemy forces are heading your way. You'll have to focus on defense for the moment.
The Vulgus have targeted the samples. Be careful. That's enough, Descendant.
should never have sent Lepik off by himself. My bad. Hey, these Vulgus punks are responding really quickly. Looks as if their commander isn't to be taken lightly. Let's eliminate the defense forces here first, then secure the gate that leads to the wrecked ship. I really hope Lepik can withstand it until then. Captain Survival, you need to hold them off until we get there.
You don't have to tell me. If I die, the 44th Grenadiers will be completely wiped out.
Allied transport drone is standing by. Careful. The enemy is acting suspiciously. Here come the enemy reinforcements. There's a lot of them. Algorithm obtained. Well done.
This is Lepik. Thanks for the support. You saved my life.
Jonathan, thanks to you, we were able to obtain important information from the wrecked ship. The inversion device must be somewhere around here.
Eliminating the enemy's defense will attract their attention and create an opportunity for Lepik. That location there seems to be one of the main strongholds for enemy munitions transport. with one stone. Enemy terminal to lure the Vulgus to your location. They'll come at you in droves, so be prepared. You'll have to hold them off and buy as much time as possible.
Spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. We've spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. We've spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. We've spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. We've spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. Spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. We've spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. We've spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful.
Was reckless. But we were able to collect some intel. The guy has moved to Lepix Arcade.
You're dead. You smile your last smile. I can't fix it.
Watch out. A high-level Vulgus has been detected.
Descendant. The Vulgus ship in front of you appears to have crash-landed on its way to Ingress. The flight log has been completely erased, but the date of when it ends is close to the date when the Vulgus first appeared. What is also important is that this ship was loaded with huge, powerful energy equipment. At first I thought it was the ship's engine or power source, but I soon found that theory to be incorrect. Do you remember when the Hagios Prime Hand's ruins erupted with radiant heat? This ship is similar. The central part has a thick coating that can absorb radiant heat. Such a measure would not have been necessary unless inversion technology was involved. That means that this ship was equipped with an inversion device. Descendant, I believe I know where it might have been installed, if the device has not been destroyed or removed from the ship. I'll send the potential location to your receive. Try looking there, Descendant.
The location that the guide sent is full of Vulgus signals. Let's spread out, take control of the area.
Now it's my turn,
You Vulgus bastards. See? The Vulgus power grid blankets that area. Since we don't know which defense facility those bastards are gonna get up and running, let's just lay waste to all of them.
Guys carrying high voltage fuses in the vicinity of power plants. Seem to be in trouble. Units with high voltage fuses. The fuses you find, boom, blow up the generator. high voltage fuses. Maybe I should add them to my grenade throw. Seems like a great idea.
Enemy reinforcements are headed your way. They've also deployed elite units. Engage them carefully.
Cut off. Incredible.
Commencing facility search. Viesa, Lepik, keep engaging the enemy. These defense garrison forces are pretty tough.
Don't worry about us. Focus on your own electric duties, Professor. Once you locate the inversion facility, let's finish this once and for all.
We've got a lot of fortress defense units coming here. Viesa, Lepik, can you take care of them? The rest of you, continue with the attack mission.
Okay. I'll blow everything up.
Let's not blow up allies, John.
Facility is important to the enemy as well. Not a bad idea to thin them out here while we're at it. Enemy reinforcements detected. Engaging.
Stop the Descendants, you madmen!
Did you hear that? I think we made him mad. Focus on the mission, Lepik.
Stop the Descendants, you madmen!
Did you hear that? I think we made him mad. Focus on the mission, Lepik.
Stop the Descendants, you madmen!
Did you hear that? I think we made him mad. Focus on the mission, Lepik.
Stop the Descendants, you madmen!
Did you hear that? I think we made him mad. Focus on the mission, Lepik.
Stop the Descendants, you madmen!
Did you hear that? I think we made him mad. Focus on the mission, Lepik.
Stop the Descendants, you madmen!
Did you hear that? I think we made him mad. Focus on the mission, Lepik.
Sending reinforcements! Wipe out those sharp! Don't let them sit
Force has arrived. The main facility defense force has arrived. The main facility defense force has arrived. Enemy morale seems to be rising. We better be careful. There's a heavily armored Vulgus closing in. We need to defeat him and break through. The defense forces have been eliminated.
Now that we have entered the facility, I can clearly feel powerful inverted energy. I can even detect Ironheart particles. Yes, I am certain that the Vulgus performed the inversion process here.
That's good news. So we can destroy the Ironheart here then? I hope this ends well.
Descendant, I detect inverted energy coming from that direction. It appears we definitely won't need the radiant heat absorption coating here. I understand why they moved the equipment here from the ship. This is an excellent place to cool it. But considering the high temperatures of the inverted energy we observed in Hagios, it is impossible that a glacial cave like this could have stayed intact throughout the process. It doesn't even show signs of impact.
Sorry, but there's no time to play detective. Large Vulgus force is headed your way.
Descendant, deactivating a security system like this isn't that complicated. The problem is that this system is set up to be controlled externally, just like in a prison.
The Volga's commander said something about guarding. Alright.
I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. I have accessed the system that is linked to this facility via the terminal. I'll try to discover anything I can. Descendant, that's... Descendant? I'm certain that this is the inversion machine that was loaded onto the ship. But everything's...
There's nothing we can do.
They left a surveillance record in the facility database. I'll look into it. Inversion. Furnace. Ajax, there's still a chance. The Vulgus were unable to complete the inversion process here. That's why the traces of energy were so weak. There is a more powerful facility called the inversion furnace somewhere. The inversion process must have been completed there.
Guide, right now, getting out of here safely is priority number 1. Locating the inversion furnace comes second.
Understood. I will try to find somewhere to link to the emergency transmission signal.
transmission.
Requesting updates from Descendants at each front. Fugit, does anyone need to be evacuated from the White Knight Gulch?
We can't get a full picture of what's happening in the combat zones. Valby, use your waterways and check on the injured.
Roger that. Submerging.
Just get to the point. Descendant, thank the heavens your injury is not serious. I received the report from Ajax's team. Honestly, when I first saw that abandoned device, I thought it was all over. But then, we discovered another facility by investigating the first one, an inversion furnace. HQ has also identified a converter outside its typical range through a terrain scan. Perhaps we'll find clues related to the furnace there. No, it has to be there. The only way to turn the tide of this war now is to destroy the Ironheart. We must find the inversion furnace and finish the operation as soon as possible, before Corell realizes. Wait, it's Kyle. Nell, patch him through.
Standing by for connection. Verifying signal optimization. Were the commander's explanations confusing again?
Go ahead, Kyle.
Our troops will arrive in Albion soon. We're systematically withdrawing forces from the front line. Everyone has defended calmly and well, executed the planned retreats, and bought us time. The number of casualties is lower than expected. We're approaching the final moments. We've received a report that Corell has descended from his ship.
Kyle, Marcus and the Investigative Corps are headed your way. Their support should help you hold out a little longer.
I'm grateful to Marcus, but we plan on fighting using only the power of the Descendants from now on. We're here to achieve victory, not take everyone down with us. And it's better to fight as a small group within the Prime Hand's ruins.
Descendants don't have to shoulder the entire burden. If things go south, I want you to give up the Ironheart and retreat immediately.
We can't just end the show when we keep attracting such huge audiences. We'll try to buy as much time as possible. Over and out.
Luna!
This won't do. If we're done with resupply and repairs, all units move to the location of the converter. We're running out of time on both fronts. We have to hurry.
Got it. Let me tack on one more arm component before we go. Do you want like an ice cube or something to snack on?
Ugh, let's just get going.
Can I trust you'll be victorious? All units, I have your missions for this operation. As you know, our goal is to locate the inversion furnace. However, there's something you need to know. The defense commander of this fortress is called Kulan. Kulan is known to have single-handedly defeated multiple colossi. In other words, he can go toe-to-toe with them by himself. Lepik, you and I will protect the team from Kulan. We have to block main routes and secure favorable terrain before he appears. The rest of you, help the guide search for the inversion furnace. Guide, do you have any intel that might be useful?
I'm sorry. I detect a high concentration of inverted energy in this area. But I'm still finding it difficult to identify the exact source from this proximity.
Don't worry. Sometimes things can become more clouded the closer you get to them. It's like that for me with Aisha.
Whenever you go into the void to look for her, I'll help you.
I'll hold you to that.
Descendant. For some reason, I'm picking up traces of Colossi void energy. Here. Investigating this location will help us gather more intel. I understand it is heavily guarded. But I need you to take me there, Descendant. Descendant. The corrosive fluid from the Colossus has damaged the control panel, and I can't connect to it. We'll need to destroy the panel and bypass the emergency control. the emergency control device. This facility used to be an auxiliary of the furnace, which was built to melt colossi remains. It included a process that made it easier to remove and melt parts such as equipped weapons, landware, and battlefield. I'll check the core facility. Processed colossi remains were transported beyond that partition. The furnace used to melt colossi remains must be there, Descendant.
We're detecting an enormous number of Vulgus signals from the direction of the main gate. There's another way in. Let's go that way to get closer. Side path.
There's a facility control terminal nearby. If you connect me to it, I can search for more information. Descendant, the Vulgus were melting Colossi remains to make highly enriched energy material. Heating the iron hearts using energy containing this much entropy.
Can we use it for the inversion process?
No. This facility only melts Colossi remaining. Heating the iron heart with the results of that process happens elsewhere. Perhaps at the inversion furnace. It must be physically connected to this. Please help in the control terminal. Colossi remains seem to be flowing towards a location nearby. Let me check the blueprints. Descendant. I have finally pinpointed the location of the inversion furnace. The facility is in the basement of Fortress Command. I have detected Colossi remains that have been melted by the furnace flowing in that direction. But our enemies have already established a line of defense between here and the command facility. The commander of this fortress must be waiting for us. Descendant, do you think we can break through this Vulgus defense line with the forces we have? I regret pushing you into a corner, but I believe this is the only way.
We'll be fine, Guide. Right now, we have no choice but to get it done. All units, converge upon the point of attack at the fortress's defense line. Maintain your position there, ready for our final operation.
It's time for the operation. It's finally come to this. The success of our entire operation depends on this fight. I feel like I did on the day of my first lecture. Nervous. Still, the situation is actually better than that day. It looks like there was a battle that took place when the Colossi appeared, drawn to the inverted energy. The fortress defense system was destroyed, and the key base for the fortress defense forces fell apart. That means, in our current state, we have a good chance of winning. I'm talking too much. All units commence operation to break through the Vulgus defense line. You need to destroy the Vulgus in front of us and push forward to Fortress Command, where the inversion furnace is. Any questions?
What's there to ask? Let's just go.
Great. Let's move.
Descendant, the Vulgus forces are deleting confidential data at the destroyed base. After viewing the cache, I see it was some kind of blueprint. As they were desperate to destroy it, I believe it must be related to their fortress command. As I expected, it is the blueprint for the fortress command.
I think they noticed we stole the data. They're all heading to your position.
Receiving more data. I'll analyze it, Descendant.
Careful. The Vulgus are flocking your way.
Vulgus is remotely blocking the data transmission. You must eliminate them, so I can receive the blueprint data. Data received. Now I can accurately determine the route to the inversion furnace.
Fortress infiltration complete. Commencing with the mission to destroy the Ironheart.
Guide, I'm counting on you to help until this is all over.
I'm putting my faith in you too, Ajax. Descendant, it seems we've finally made it this far. The last Colossus has been melted in the furnace, and the inversion furnace is ready to be activated. We are also ready to retrieve the Ironheart that was submerged in Arcade. We are waiting on you now, Descendant. We only have one chance to activate the furnace and crush the Ironheart. I believe we can do this. We will destroy the Ironheart together. Descendant, I'll operate the furnace and start the inversion furnace sequence. Follow the directions laid out in your receive and get to the furnace. The Vulgus forces will come after you, but there's no time to lose. You must move quickly.
Guide, I've heard that the inversion process releases an enormous amount of energy. Can you guarantee that the units that enter will be safe without my barrier?
If we can escape while the Ironheart is still in the inversion furnace, the Descendants will not be exposed to the energy. Our biggest problem is the Vulgus commander needing for defense. If they are here, they will delay everything, lowering our chance of success.
Leave that to us. I'll blow them up no matter how strong they are.
The furnace. Do they know about the inversion furnace? They must believe that you destroy the forces by overloading it. Close the partition and stop the revolt. Once there's resupplied, I will hunt them down right now.
The Vulgus are stalling. We can open the partition by disconnecting the power. Fortunately, they are unaware of our troopers. They said that they are unable to destroy the fortress.
However, if Jaeger's jamming signal is disrupted, they will discover everything. We must complete the operation before that happens.
Damn. Surrender now. I will show if I find you, you'll thank you.
Descendant!
This is have communications with Master Krell not being destroyed. There's no response from Aggie. However, Master Krell doesn't need to know why the scum headed to the inversion furnace. I'll play with the dead descendant says nothing. Send our forces to the Ironheart lab. We will fight the descendants there. This is your opportunity to distinguish yourselves in battle. Eliminate the vermin. Inversion furnace's controls. I don't want to meddle with Master Krell's accomplishment, but anyone can be you vermin will not have it your way.
Descendant, it's too late. The enemy is fighting back. If they destroy the control system, I cannot continue the inversion process. We must stop them. created the core facility necessary to activate the furnace. I'll try to gain control. Then we can ensure that the emergency position is being followed.
Guide, have you stopped the enemy from destroying the system?
I have access to core facility and am installing the system. Once I have completed this, I will be able to activate the inversion furnace. But the automation system has been damaged by the enemy. In order to finish the inversion process, I must operate the furnace manually.
Wait, that means...
Someone has to be left.
I'm coming now. I'll take care of it.
Dex, you're not thinking straight. We can't hold the defense line without you. If it falls, we'll all fall to the Vulgus.
What do you think? Everyone that we will proceed with the operation.
You're going ahead with the operation? She has a point. We've come too far to give up. We have to protect the defense line. If we fall here, it'll be all over for the guys at the furnace.
We'll really have to steel ourselves for this.
That is the inversion furnace. When you are ready, I'll remove the Ironheart from the arcade. I will be with you until the end, Descendant. Inversion sequence activated. Initiating Ironheart overload. Descendant. As we overload and destroy the Ironheart, we will experience events in the area around the furnace. It seems its energy is very similar to what the region. Don't place yourself too far from the furnace either. I need to send you.
furnace. Master Corral must be informed. Restore communications immediately.
Ironheart mass reduction. 30%. The heart is overloading. It's getting more intense. Overloading is everywhere. Be careful.
Mine is collapsing. More Vulgus forces are heading to Furnace. They have enough to worry about over there.
We have to step it up.
Ironheart mass reduction. 30%. The heart is overloading. It's getting more intense. Void erosion is also increasing. Be careful.
Mine is collapsing. More Vulgus forces are heading to Furnace. They have enough to worry about over there.
We have to step it up.
Ironheart mass reduction. 60%. Descendant. Falling fragments of the estimated Ironheart.
Trying to destroy it. So that's what they were intending. Not on my watch.
Damn it! The defense commander has broken through the line. He's heading your way.
Leopard, cover me. I need to help the Jets.
Don't worry. Go help. Furnace.
This heat? Yes. I was made for this place. I will protect Master Corral's house. I will go to Clipper.
Descendant. The Vulgus has activated an emergency shutdown of the inversion furnace. We cannot handle the overloaded sequence until we remove this final safety measure. Activate the final safety measure. Deactivation of safety measure. Pending. Descendant. Destroy the Ironheart.
energy of the Iron Heart in the fortress. Corel, it appears that the Iron Heart has been destroyed. Turn the ship around. We'll put it back.
The Vulgus fleet is retreating. I repeat, the Vulgus fleet is retreating. Commander, what's the situation?
We've confirmed there has been a massive explosion at a critical fortress. The Iron Heart appears to be destroyed. But I can't locate the Descendant signal. Descendant, please respond. Descendant!
Descendant, can you hear me? The Iron Heart has been destroyed. Thank you for believing in me. Now no one can alter the balance of Ingress. However, Ingress still needs you.
Arcane signal detected in the Void Dimension. This signature is... It is the Descendant's arcane.
Seneca, confirm the coordinates. Engaging emergency transmitter. Initiating transmission. Descendant life sign detected. I repeat, Descendant life sign detected. Ironheart destruction confirmed. The operation is a success.
Wow! We won!
I knew we'd be able to do it.
This is definitely one for the books. It'll be perfect for history lectures.
The Vulgus are retreating here too! I really thought we were goners for a minute.
It's a shame that the Ironheart we used as bait couldn't be saved.
Hey, we survived. That's more than enough.
Do you need information? What? Thank heavens, Descendant. You're okay. I thought we had lost you. Your chance of survival was close to 0%. I think the destruction of the Ironheart forced a connection to the Void. That's why you were sucked into Void space. Anyway, I'm very relieved that I'm able to personally deliver this incredible news to you. The operation to destroy the Ironheart was a success. The Vulgus forces at each front are retreating. The fact that they've ceased attacking suggests that Corel must have lost a significant strategic target. After being outmatched at every turn, humankind has finally turned the tide in this war. I'm compiling all operation reports, including for the situation at the White Knight Gulch. All descendants that were dispatched there are reported to be fine. Alpha will explain in more detail. Please return to HQ. Oh, just a moment. Speaking as myself, and not as an executive officer of HQ, I'd like to personally thank every descendant. Especially you. You destroyed the Ironheart and prevented an unimaginable crisis. We're all in your debt. Thank you, Descendant, for everything.
Standing by for Operation Debrief. Descendants who have returned to Albion, report to HQ.
Good job, Eugen.
You too, Captain.
Blair, you'll cook something for us when we get back, won't you?
Of course! We're gonna empty the food stores.
Got a question about the operation? Good job, everyone. No. Good job doesn't do it justice. The future of the entire human race depended on this operation. And humankind came together to pull it off. Now, Karel and the Vulgus are retreating. Karel discovered that we had taken the inverted Ironheart and tried to come after us. But he was too late. By then, the heart had already been destroyed. We've achieved this major victory due to your actions, Descendant. I'm very glad that we have all of you and the guide still with us. However, Karel took the Ironheart we used as bait and disappeared without a trace. We're currently using all of our recon assets to search for Karel's flagship, but we do not know what the outcome will be. We have to remember that this war is not over yet. Karel still has 2 Ironhearts. He's probably plotting something even more dangerous as we speak. And there are still Vulgus forces across Ingress. Without a chain of command, they'll be running riot. For now, we're going to focus on our defense at each front and commence an operation to track down Karel's ship and the Ironhearts. Savor this triumph, everyone. Then let's regroup and keep going. From this moment forward, we aim for total victory. I look forward to working together again soon, Descendant.
You have completed one of the sacred missions of the Ancestors, Descendant. I'm so proud of you. However, there is something I must tell you regarding the destruction of the remaining Ironhearts. Come, Descendant. Many people were willing to sacrifice their lives for the final operation, but your courage was exceptional. You risked your own life and destroyed the Ironheart in my place, even though I am merely an AI. If it weren't for you, humankind would no longer be here. But Descendant, there is something I need you to know for the future. As you know, the Magisters wanted the Ironhearts in exchange for the resources and technology that the Magisters provide for humankind. Because we destroyed an Ironheart, the Magisters may threaten humanity due to the breach of that agreement. There may be conflicts with the Magisters in the future, and they may even be less forthcoming with their support. But don't forget, every single one of the Ironhearts must be eliminated from Ingress. As long as you remember that, we can withstand anything that comes. Continue to fulfill your calling as a Descendant and protect the people you love. I will help humanity. I believe in you, Descendant. Your journey is not over yet.
Descendant, I am so glad you're still alive. The hero that saved humankind. I have a favor to request of you. Have you completed preparations? When I located your arcade signal in the void, I was very relieved. Losing a descendant such as yourself is like experiencing the apocalypse all over again. I am very pleased to see you again, Descendant. However, the energy generated from the destruction of the Ironheart has sent ripples through the deepest recesses of the void. Unfortunately, this means we're likely to encounter Colossi of a completely different standard in the future. However, I still agree with the decision to destroy the Ironhearts. If all the Ironhearts are completely destroyed, the Colossi would become oblivious to the Ingress dimension. As closing the dimensional wall is pointless now, the Ironhearts must be removed from Ingress. With the destruction of an Ironheart, it's clear we'll face stronger Colossi. But the night is darkest just before the dawn. If we can journey through this dark tunnel together, the future of Ingress will be bright. Until that day comes, I hope you will continue to work with me and fight the Colossi intercept battles. As always, I put my faith in your strength and determination, Descendant.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
Descendant, I have heard that humankind has triumphed against Corel. Humans have won many battles over the years, but they continue to lose the war. Until now. This victory has helped to completely alter my perspective on humanity and Descendants. Although, you did all destroy the Ironheart. The Council of Magisters won't easily forget the choice made by Albion headquarters. And considering that Magisters are of Vulgus origin, the enemy may be closer than you think. But that's only the stance of the Council of Magisters. Some of the Magisters, myself included, will still root for humanity. I want you to remember that I will continue to stand with you all, despite whatever policy is decreed by the Council. It seems as if you'll need many things from me going forward.